Well, this weekend is the Ultra Trail Cape Town, which is South Africa's premier trail running event that has attracted some of the world's best trail runners. We are joined on Sport on Full View by Nontu Mgabhi, who is from KZN and is this year doing the 100 kilometers. Thank you so much, Nontu, for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, firstly, maybe just talk us through what the Ultra Trail Cape Town is all about.
It's a world tour. It is really a race that I believe that for every trail runner, it is in their to-do list. And it's always quite exciting because I love doing adventure for a cause. So it's always exciting when I do these adventures, when I hear other runners from abroad saying, we're looking forward to doing Ultra Trail Cape Town. Like last month, I went for Marathon Disables, and there were quite a number of runners from Morocco or France who were talking about Ultra Trail Cape Town, that it is in their to-do list. So if you're really looking for an adventure, I mean, Cape Town, the mother city, has a lot to offer. I mean, beautiful views, mountains. I mean, we'll be running in one of the most beautiful and epic areas such as Hot Bay, Signal Hill, etc. So Ultra Trail Cape Town, it is really a place to be.
And just talking about that, it is quite scenic, you know, as you talk about, you know, the Table Mountain, also parts of the peninsula. But in terms of your training and preparation regime, how are you getting ready for these for this 100-kilometer event?
Absolutely, a very interesting question. Yes, I mean, 100 kilometers demands a lot from one in terms of preparation, etc. But I believe I have trained quite well. I mean, I've also used the training that I was doing for 250 kilometers in the Sahara Desert. By the way, in 2019, I ran 65 kilometers of Ultra Trail Cape Town, and I used Ultra Trail Cape Town to train for the 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. So I have been training. I want to believe that I am in good shape to finish the 100 kilometers. I do not take the race lightly. It's very scenic, it's beautiful, but it is also demanding. It asks you to dig deep.
And Nontu, you know, you just went by so fast in terms of that achievement. I wanted to really sink in for people that are really watching. It's 7 continents in 7 days doing 7 marathons. I think that is absolutely phenomenal. Just talk us through some of the continents that you ran through and what was the reason behind you taking on this endurance event?
Thank you. I'm all about running long and hard foot races on earth, such as Ultra Trail Cape Town. So it was all about running the 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days to raise funds to assist Kipinkunzi Primary School in Dugudugu village in Mduba, a school that was in need. Some of the classrooms had over 100 learners in one classroom. I mean, window panes were shattered. So I felt that I could actually do what I love while I assist people in need. Then I decided to run the 7 marathons on 7 continents. And I was fortunate enough, thanks to generous sponsors who donated a total of 1.7 million, which was used to build 5 new classrooms at Kipinkunzi Primary School. We started actually in Africa, and needless to say, the beautiful city Cape Town, where Ultra Trail Cape Town Marathon will take place. So we started in Cape Town, then we went to Antarctica. After that, we went to Asia and Dubai. We went to Australia and Perth. Then we went to Europe in Madrid. Then we went to South America, and we ended in North America in Miami. So that was a wrap of the 7 marathons on 7 continents.
My goodness, the desert, Antarctica, I mean, different temperatures. You really are phenomenal. But what's also interesting is that you are a psychologist.
Absolutely, yes. I do combine my skills. I mean, having studied the mind and how to actually choose your thoughts when you can does help you when I run these challenging races. Like if you think about the Ultra Trail Cape Town 100 kilometers, I mean, I've done 65 kilometers. It is quite demanding. It's challenging. It requires you to be present. And it does require you to be fit both physically and mentally. So I can say perhaps my skills as a psychologist do also help me, but also around the community work that I do. I mean, I do spend a lot of time with girls from Kipinkunzi Primary School, really just to talk about how do you prioritize yourself, but also just to assist them to dream a lot bigger. I'm actually a girl myself from a deep rural village, so I can relate, you know. And I do use some, like I said, some of my skills by occupation, as you've said, I'm a psychologist, but I also work as a general manager of human resources at Richards Bay Coal Terminal. So I am all about people. I no wonder now I run for a cause.
All right. And maybe just talk us through what the dream goal is, especially looking at the Ultra Trail Cape Town, some of the, epic world runners that we can expect to see, and just the event details in terms of us wanting to tune in virtually and the COVID protocols that you will be following.
Absolutely. COVID protocols. There's a long list of things that we have to do. You have to be vaccinated. If not vaccinated, you must do a test. Okay. And yes, absolutely. We all want to follow those rules because we really want this to be back in terms of running, the running to be back. And yeah, like you have already highlighted, there will be a number of elite runners. So one of them is Prodigal Kumalo, who's the current record holder of 100 kilometers, as well as the champion of Comrades Marathon, as well as Bongmo Samtembu, who is the champion of Two Oceans and Comrades Marathon, the likes of Jim. I mean, there's quite a number. And it's quite exciting to actually see the hype around Ultra Trail Cape Town. Like I've said, I mean, I remember when I ran the 7 marathons on 7 continents, about 60% of runners, Ultra Trail Cape Town was in their to-do list. I mean, they're lovers of pain. So 100 kilometers is what they're gunning for.
Sure, you are absolutely amazing. We will touch base with you just to find out in terms of what went down this weekend. All the best to you. Thank you for inspiring us. I mean, that is Nontu Mgabhi. She has run 7 marathons in 7 days across 7 different continents. But also, most importantly, she'll be doing the 100 kilometers in the Ultra Trail Cape Town that will be staged this weekend.